Hey everyone, before I get into your reading, I wanted to share really quick my new online metaphysical marketplace. It is called intuitivegemsbeauty.com. I'm really excited. This is something I've been working on for months, and I've been wanting to open my own shop for so long. I'm excited to be bringing you crystals and some of my money oils and even some beauty products. So I would be honored if you would hop on over there, take a look, and maybe get something for yourself. All right, let's get to your reading. Hello Taurus, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree. And today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of April 2022. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I will close out your reading, Taurus, with a Starseed Oracle card. So as you can see, the cards are already starting to show up and to communicate, and I'm ready to hear I'm ready to hear the message. All right, Taurus, let's get right into your reading. You've got some really beautiful cards here. Especially starting off with that Sun card tells me that your April is definitely going to be a month of good, positivity. And then I'm looking at this Page of Cups, and that's another good sign. So you have a really good start to April here. The Sun card, like I said, probably the most positive card in the deck. Everything positive, joyful, happiness. It's definitely going to be showing up for you once we hit that first week of April. Now, we also have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That's a beautiful card to see in the reverse. Why? Because it talks about healing from a betrayal, healing from something that was emotionally painful. Now, the other thing about this card is that it talks about lessons learned from past hurt actually help you a lot now in the present moment because you are a better person because of that particular experience. So just know that you are being divinely guided, and things in your past were not without reason. Okay, Taurus? Next, we have the World card. The World card in the reverse says that there is something unfinished. Now, as this relates to your money, I'm really picking up the sense that there's something financially related that you've kind of left undone, and that has to be completed. Okay, and April is going to be the month to do it in. And once you get that complete, once you get that done, it's really going to shift things energetically and financially for you. The Page of Cups talks about an offer coming in, and this is going to be an offer that's very exciting. It's going to be something that's financially, prosperous. The word blessing is coming to mind, so I feel like this is definitely going to be a financial blessing for you in some way, Taurus. We also have the King of Rods, also known as the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is changes going on in the work environment. And they're probably going to be something out of the blue, unexpected, or something that's kind of uncomfortable and it takes some time to really get used to it. But it's not necessarily bad. It's just going to be more of an inconvenience is what I'm seeing here. Finally, we do have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, Taurus, talks about you going within, taking a step back, also meditation, also working alone, working solo. You're going to have your biggest breakthroughs on your own, Taurus. So as that relates to your money, there's probably some things you need to learn and do for yourself. And once you do that, it's really going to change the game for you in your financial life. You're also going to be busy here, and let's see what else is showing up for Taurus for April 2022 as it relates to money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? Wow, my favorite card. Okay. All right, Taurus, so as we continue on in the month of April, as it relates to your money, you're going to be very, 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 very busy. You will either have a lot of customers, a lot of clients, or if you, have a job, looks like you have an opportunity to do some extra work, maybe overtime, maybe pick up some shifts, or maybe you'll just be very, very busy, busier than normal. Looks like a lot of you are going to be moving into your busy season as it relates to your work, your business, or your career. Now we have this Wheel of Fortune card in the reverse. Now the Wheel of Fortune card in the reverse tells us that something doesn't quite go according to plan. And I know sometimes this could freak people out, but I want to tell you, Taurus, you don't have to be freaked out, because the Judgment card is next, and the Judgment card talks about a rebirth. Then we have Strength, then we have the Nine of Pentacles, all positive cards following this. So something's not going to go according to plan, but that doesn't mean that it falls through. It just means that there's some kinks in the system, something has to be worked out, or somebody didn't anticipate something, and so things kind of get a little screwy. But the Judgment card, like I said, is rebirth. This is, kind of starting a brand new project or going in a new direction that is totally different from what you expected it to be. And because of that, it's better. It's more fulfilling. It's much more purposeful, and it's much more profitable. Now, the Strength card talks about tenacity and keeping going. It's your ability to not give up and your ability to stay focused, Taurus, that is going to pay off and is going to allow you to win. How do I know? Because the Nine of Pentacles is the card of luxury, extravagance, splurging on oneself. You're really going to be in a position to invest in yourself. You're going to have the money to buy that course, to buy new equipment, to get started with those investments, whatever it is. You're going to have more than enough money to do the things that enable you to be a better you. All right, Taurus, let's continue on and see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance for the month of April 2022. Ooh. See, and people ask me sometimes, why do I use two different decks? And this is why, because sometimes I think that the messages that come through, sometimes they come through in layers. And sometimes things continue. And so, like, look, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Upside down, right side up. That tells me whatever happens here gets rectified in the following week. Remember, we said something's not going according to plan. Well, it looks like it gets worked out, a week later. See, and that's something that you really can't, something you really can't dive into when you're just working with one deck with one of each card. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And we've got some repeaters here. See what I mean? We've got repeaters. All right, so we got the Nine of Wands. That's the card of self-limiting beliefs. Taurus, really focus on who you are and what you're doing, because you're better than you think you are. Everybody knows it. Everybody can see it, but for some reason you don't see it. All right, Taurus, so you really have to take credit for the way that you do things, your experience, your talents, because that's what's going to pay off. That's what's going to show up for you to make more money. Next, we have the Two of Pentacles. Pay attention to the budget. This always shows up when there's something in the budget that needs to be tweaked, altered, adjusted, fixed, or corrected. Again, Wheel of Fortune. Remember, I told you something doesn't go according to plan. Give it a week. It's going to work itself out, and it's going to work itself out in a very unexpected way, and it's going to make you luckier, and it's going to make you more money than you had anticipated as well. Next, we have the Hermit card. The Hermit card is you working alone, going within, doing the inner work, mentally focusing on yourself and what it is that you're trying to accomplish. This is something you have to do alone, Taurus. You can't do that with anybody else. We also have the Tower card. I like seeing the Tower card in the reverse because that talks about deconstructing something that just wasn't working. It's starting from scratch, and it's also rebuilding something that needs to be rebuilt, okay? So it's starting over, but this is actually good because you can do it better the second time around. Now we also have this Ten of Swords. Looks like some old feelings start to resurface. Pay attention to that because that could get in the way of your financial focus. All right, Taurus, there's something from your past that was hurtful or painful in some way, and there's parts of it resurfacing. There's parts of it showing back up, and so it's like a distraction, you know, taking you away from you concentrating on making your money, and you don't want that to happen. All right, so let me fix my cards here because I want them all to be in frame. All right, Taurus, what else do we need to know as it relates to money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2022? Oh, nice. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Taurus? All right, Taurus, as we close out the month, now here's the thing. I've been getting the sense that you're very distracted here and there throughout the month, right? It's like you have moments where you're super focused, then you have moments where you're very, very distracted, okay? Now you got good news coming in as it relates to your work. So it doesn't matter if it's, well, I'm getting the sense that it's not, it may not necessarily be more money, but it's still something good. Like maybe your schedule changes better, maybe your work location changes better. I don't know. It's just something good. And it could be a raise for some of you. Yes, of course. It could be a raise, but I'm just getting the sense that it's something good as it relates to your work. Okay, so that happens at the end of April. We also have the Two of Wands. That's reflecting on the past to make decisions about the future. Now, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, this tells me that, remember, we had this old emotion stuff coming up here, and it looks like it gets resolved here with this seven of Swords in the reverse, okay? This means whatever wrongdoing that happened to you gets corrected. Someone admits they were wrong, someone asks for forgiveness, or someone gets punished for the wrong that they did that impacted you. Okay, so this is correcting a wrong here when we see this Seven of Swords in the reverse. We also have the Four of Cups. That's an offer coming through that you're going to say no to. Why? Because it just doesn't align with what you're trying to do. And I don't think the money is going to be enough. So this could be a job for some of you, but there's definitely going to be some type of a financial or monetary, you know, aspect of this offer, and it's just not going to be enough money. So you're going to graciously say no to that. Finally, we do have the Hangman. Now the Hangman means you really staying put with where you are, and you are not just kind of jumping ahead to something that you're not really entirely sure about. I think this is going to allow you to be much more stable and much more focused and much more concentrated on what you're trying to do financially as it relates to your money, as it relates to your business, your career, your investments, okay? So there's nothing wrong with staying put, just don't stay there forever. But I think for you right now in April, Taurus, that staying grounded for a little bit is really going to be the answer, instead of you trying to be scattered and being, you know, trying to be everywhere at one time. So I hope that that makes sense. If you have an opportunity to stay put, then it looks like that's going to be the best move for you right now. So Taurus, like I said, you've got a really good month. It starts off strong, and I think it ends even stronger, with you having some clarity, with you having some healing, and with you having some things being rectified that were either undone, they were hurtful, or someone just did something wrong and it was never fixed. And I do see that closure coming through towards the end of the month, Taurus. So I hope that that's very helpful for you, because again, that's going to free up some emotional energy. And when you have more energy that's not tied down with, you know, something painful, that gives you more freedom to make more money, to have more abundance, and even to allow more money and more abundance into your life. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Starseed Oracle card. Oh, I like this one. Okay, this card says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. This is a fantastic card. Taurus, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. So, I love this. I think I would like this card for me because I do embrace my weirdness, but I'm not a Taurus. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. And if you're interested in getting daily tarot readings from me, I do mini tarot readings every single day on TikTok. You can find me there at Intuitive Gems. All right, Taurus. Thank you for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.